If you're some sort of drunk semi-hobo wearing an Elmo costume in Times Square or in Hollywood, that's not really doing much for the Elmo brand, is it? Hey, it's Jay Baer with another Jay Today, where I give you a piece of my mind 3 minutes at a time. Still home here for a little while downstairs. Look, here's the deal. Amazing stat on my Social Pros podcast tonight from my friend Jeff Roars, who said that in December, UPS is scheduled to deliver 580 million packages in the United States in December alone. That is crazy. That's just UPS. That doesn't count FedEx or DHL or USPS or anybody else. 580 million. And I don't know about you, but around here, what happens in December when those guys get busy is their branding kind of goes out the wayside, right? So instead of them showing up in the UPS truck or the FedEx truck, they come out late at night and they've got a budget rental truck or a Penske rental truck or somebody's 1987 Dodge pickup, right? It's like Uber X style around here. And they're still wearing a uniform, but they're all kind of haggard because they're going crazy, and here's their stuff. And it got me thinking, right? Like when you're that busy, when your company is growing that fast, sometimes you give back on the branding side. Like, yeah, we can't maintain brand consistency. You know where I see that all the time is when you travel. So, of course, in every airport in the country, probably, or nearly every airport, there's a Starbucks. But, of course, the people who work the Starbucks at the airport are not Starbucks employees. They work for the airport concessionaire, which might be Host or any of the other companies that do the same kind of thing. And I got to tell you, maybe you've experienced this, but the service that you get and the sort of barista knowledge that you get and the friendly attitude that you typically get from a Starbucks employee, you don't necessarily get that from the airport Starbucks employee. And that can't be good for Starbucks brand, right? I mean, it really can't be. In fact, in some cases, it's probably downright bad for their brand. And the same thing with any other franchisee that's in a lot of airports or out of home kind of, ballparks, things like that. And I gotta wonder if sometimes in our zest to be bigger, that we aren't kind of messing up our companies when we do that, right? Does UPS or FedEx really benefit when a different kind of truck shows up late at night? Does Starbucks really benefit when somebody messes up their coffee when you're trying to get coffee in the airport? Does Elmo and Disney and Sesame Street really benefit when some drunk hobo is in a homemade Elmo costume in Times Square? I don't know. I'm not certain that customer experience and branding can survive being that busy and that big. This week's Sprout Social shout out is for my friend Lauren Teague. Lauren was formerly the head of social media for the PGA Tour, and now I'm delighted to announce that in addition to other projects she's working on, she's now a member of my team at Convince and Convert. Really delighted to have Lauren on board, working with the rest of us, the 11 of us on the Convince and Convert squad, to do fantastic social media and content marketing strategic plans for big companies all over the world. Lauren is going to be a huge asset. She is awesome. Really, really delighted to be here with her, and make sure you follow her on social media as well. As always, the Jay Today show is brought to you by Sprout Social. It's what I use for my own social media stuff. You can find out more about them at sproutsocial.com, and you'll be glad that you did. And the show is brought to you by Candidio, fantastic, easy to use video editing service. It's what I use to make these Jay Today episodes. I just do it on my iPhone down here in the basement or wherever, and Candidio does the rest. They can do the same for you quickly and easily. Candidio.com. Until tomorrow, this is Jay Baer. This has been Jay Today. Thanks for watching.